everyone, this is Greyshot, and today I'm covering the Scout Car, and is it effective? And the reason I say this is because of the fact that in Company Pros 3, the pre-alpha, in the multiplayer build, you can upgrade them, right, with these AT guns. And the biggest bane is in the Axis, at least to me, is, and especially in the late game, is how a numerical superior allied force can just rip you to shreds. But can this cheap AT gun actually be effective at, well, holding back an enemy push? Now, for right now, I'm just going to have, right, just two of these babies, right? I'm just going to have two of them on the front. Now, they can increase their effectiveness by doing white phosphorus and also dropping smoke. But the big thing is, can two of these guys survive a push from a Valentine tank? And then if there's three, can they hold against a Sherman? The basic idea is, if they're cheaper and easier to get, and based on population, just showing you real quick, a Scout Car is $260.25. The Marauder is a little bit more expensive in fuel and manpower, but is it as effective? That's the question I want to answer. And I would kind of want to see. So I'm going to try two Scout Cars, and I'm going to get two Martyrs, and we're going to see how effective each of them are versus armor. Right? Low comparison. Alright, let's see how things go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we have two of the Scout Cars with the AT guns. A Chaffee should be making its appearance here soon, thanks to my brother. So we'll see how effective these two things can be. Now again, they could disable the vehicle. Well, the Martyrs, they do have that fire tungsten, but it is Vet 1. These guys do have it natively, so you can do that white phosphorus round initially and stun it. So we'll see how well these guys go. I'm setting up as if I'm preparing. They can only fire, same thing like a Martyr, they can only fire forward. Alright, we're already half down. They took about 75% of his health. Fire. Not able to in time. But we were able to kill the Chaffee with a double hit. Alright, so two engaged, and they were able to kill one Chaffee, but we did lose one of them. That could have maybe changed if we did a stun round, but you have to be very active with it. So, at the very least, it seems probable that unless you stun it, you're going to lose at least one. Alright, now we have two of these guys, and we're going to do a similar thing, like I said, and have a Sherman pop up. But this time, I will activate heat rounds and see if, by chance, these two units, with their heat rounds, even being more vulnerable, can take on an American Sherman. The American Sherman will have 50 cal rounds, so it could theoretically do quite a bit. But we'll see how things go. By the way, just so you know, you can target vehicles on the map and destroy them, which could be very important as the Axis if you don't want the Americans to get that armor back up to operational status. Just as a quick heads up. Alright, he's going to pop in here, and I'm going to immediately fire a white phosphorus round at it. Hopefully enough to bring it down. Should be. Here he comes. Fire! Alright, I stunned it. We're going to do this again. Wow, white phosphorus taking some time. Firing again. Alright, we got another heat round. Now these two have to keep firing. Come on! I had to manually fire on that one. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh no. Come on, take it out! One last shot! Yes! Alright. So two of these light vehicles, theoretically, if you had enough munitions, could beat a Sherman. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, so now we're going to head down south and check with the Martyrs and see how they fare against a Chaffee. Here it comes. Prepare to fire. We got a miss, we got a hit. Alright, this one took a third off its damage. Martyrs immediately kill it. Not even a competition. They immediately put it down. So yeah, obviously it looks like they get, for the extra, what, 25? So yeah, for the extra 25 fuel and 20 manpower, these things immediately put down a Chaffee. Not even a competition. The Scout Cars took a lot more hits to it right now. So it seems as if it's not worth it for the Scout Car to get that upgrade. But it is possibly worth it if you could combine it maybe with the white phosphorus round with this. So that way you don't have to worry about it really doing too much damage. But right now Chaffee seems to be unable to do much. But here, let's see how things fare in the second round. Alright, here comes the Sherman. There it is. Alright. Fires a single shot. Did less damage than the Chaffee. Does fire a little quicker, though. Not even a fair fight. Alright, Sherman goes down, and the Martyrs prove themselves worth it, honestly. Again, slightly more expensive, but absolutely worth it. Can take a number of hits. At the very least, it seems like the fire rate on the Chaffee is a little slower, but the damage to the Sherman to the tank destroyers is negligible at best. So, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff there. Now, let's see how it compares to the Stug. Just as a reminder, these Stugs, which are up here, I'll kind of use them. The Stugs themselves are a bit more expensive. They're 50 and 360, right? So they're 5 more fuel and 80 more manpower. They do get pintle machine guns, which we'll add on. But overall, it is a situation where, are these the most expensive tank destroyers in the game for the Germans? Are they worth it? Cost effectiveness. So, we'll see how things go and see how much damage that they do. Remember, this is just kind of a cost-effective scenario to see which one's best for your army. For overall, they do have high explosive rounds, but they don't get any benefactors or benefacting shots against armor themselves. And overall, it does say they're effective against light and medium vehicles. So that's what they're specialized against. We'll see how much they fare against the Chaffee and the Sherman. Here comes the Chaffee. 2 hits brought down. Shot does very little to the Stug. And the Stugs immediately put it down. I would repair it, but I feel like I'll just move this one up slightly and see how the Sherman does against it. Sherman already hit. Not as much, though, unless it hits something else. I just missed it. Does fire. Brings it down a quarter. Again, less damage than a tank destroyer. Does take more hits? I'm pretty sure it's taking a lot more shots, and then it finally goes down. So, overall, I honestly, if I had to, like, if you put a gun to my head and said, what is the best tank destroyer in this game? The Scout Car, the Stug, or the Martyr. Going between the 3, I would kind of, like, for damage done and stuff like that, versing all these tanks, I think the Martyr is honestly the best one. I killed all the ones down there, by the way, but, like, for PopCap. But, like, honestly, I think for the cost, I think for what you get, the Martyr sees to be, at its definition, the best tank destroyer. Now, if you're going for additional armor, the Stug isn't too much better. It is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is slightly better in terms of armor, but if you can protect the Martyrs, they might just be worth it. Honestly, I think they might be worth it. I know they're definitely in the lighter variation, but compared to these guys, I would say the Martyrs are definitely for it. But hey, chat, what do you think? Again, I got one tank destroyer, one Sherman just fighting. There's definitely pros and cons to both. These one is better against infantry, so if you want a slightly more manpower and have like an anti-infantry component to it, then yeah, the Stug might be a way to go. But just on a pure tank basis, I think the best tank destroyer the Germans currently have, and I'm not including the Panzer IV because it's a general, like, frontline tank. I would have to say it's going to be the Martyrs. The Stugs are just maybe a little too costly for anti-infantry force, and the Scout Car, while really effective, and I think could be definitely used early on, maybe not, it doesn't have the survivability. But hey, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. This has been Greyshot, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Hello everyone, before y'all go, you can check out more content above, you can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Malam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, Sumtool, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.